Welcome to WagerTalk TV. I'm Kelly Stewart, joined today by Ralph Michaels and Brian Leonard. We're going to talk about a game that people are going to be excited to watch. I don't know if I'm going to be that excited about it. I'm technically a Denver Broncos fan, but last week I had a really bad read on this Broncos team, and I took the Arizona Cardinals +2. Yuck. The Chiefs, I've made a little bit of money tailing and fading, but the fading was only with the Broncos, catching 5. And Teddy likes to remind me all the time how I didn't beat the close. Oh, I beat the opening line, but technically this Chiefs team is 7-0 against the spread. Everybody in the world wants to bet them. Is this an over-adjustment? -10, total 55.5 for the bookmakers on the Chiefs here because they're tired of getting beat up on Sunday afternoon by this Chiefs team.
Actually, the line, the opener, I think was 3.5. Was it 3.5?
Earlier this year?
Start of the season?
Yeah. Played earlier?
Yes.
I was on Denver in that game, and I thought I was looking really good until all of a sudden they just started wearing out in their own high elevation against Kansas City. So with this line being 10, it's pretty much right on where it should be compared to the other game. But when you go back to that first game, Kansas City had 57% of their offensive plays were successful. 47 for Denver, which is actually a pretty good number, but the 57% really concerns me. There were 19 explosive plays in that game, and Denver had 11 of them. So you've got a team that had played at home, and that was a great spot for Denver. They had 11 explosive plays, and they still couldn't get it done. That's a major concern. Third road game in 4 weeks for Kansas City here, or excuse me, for Denver here. The line's about what I thought it would be, and my power ratings are about in the same area. I'd like to play Kansas City because of the way they came on late against Denver once they got used to the altitude, but the line is where I thought it would be, so I'm probably going to pass on this.
So no value on this one. Ralph, the Denver Broncos is now this is the third time they've seen Patrick Mahomes, unlike any other team. Do you think that that's somewhat of an edge here for this Broncos team? And maybe they got a little mojo back defensively and obviously offensively against the Arizona Cardinals.
Seriously?
God, that was...
The Cardinals have not topped 270 yards in any game. So all you did, the Denver Broncos, is you held them to their average. Okay, well, that's not a positive to me. Now, you asked earlier about is there value, and you would think with as much grief as Denver's getting, the coach should be fired, this team stinks, and as many people that are on the Mahomes wagon and their 7-0 ATS, that this line would be higher. I'm actually surprised it's not. Like you said, it was 3 or 3.5. You got a great line with the Denver game, but it was 3.5 or 3 against Kansas City. So if you flip home fields and give each one 3, this line would be 9.5. It's almost where the line is. So I would have expected it to be higher, but it's simple for me. You know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool you once, shame on you. Fool me 3, 4, and 5 times, then I should just go drinking and not even look at the game. Kansas City just has covered 7 straight games. They're like the New England Patriots. Even if you have a bad defense, they're becoming Patriots-like. Even with a bad defense, the offense is getting it done. Denver's 2-11 ATS their last 11 road games. The 2 covers, Indianapolis without Andrew Luck last year, and Arizona, the worst team in the history of football as far as offensive football is concerned. And then I look at Kansas City. Since Andy Reid started 2015 going 1-5 straight up in ATS, he is 36-13 against the spread. Just betting Kansas City every game the last 3 years. That's 73%. That's better than Brady and Belichick. Andy Reid deserves a ton of credit. His teams have been there, covered 73% the last 3 seasons. And to me, I will not go against this Chiefs team again until I see a chink in the armor.
Yeah, you know, Rolf has been on fire in college football, but I've seen some of his NFL plays this year, and I'm pretty sure he was drinking when he made some of those selections.
Well, I probably was. I wasn't drinking. That's the negative. College football, I'm drinking. NFL, I need to drink a little more.
There you go, guys. Make sure you guys check in every Sunday about an hour before kickoff. I check in with the bookmakers, do the 2-minute warning. We go over the entire NFL card, where the public is, where the sharp money is, headed into kickoff to get you guys some of those last-minute bets ready to go.